So step inside, get ready to roll with Paulie, need your paradise.
What is up, everybody? You are about to enter the world of imagination. A world where battles are fought on hex maps and grids, whether virtually or in person. Dice cast, swords are cast, and even the toughest problems can be solved with little ingenuity and a lot of luck. For power gamers and role players are welcome here. Hell, even 4th edition has a seat at the table. So with dice in hands and a heart longing for adventure, I'd like to welcome you all to this polyhedral paradise. Oh my goodness, feels just pretty good. It's pretty good to say that again, I'm not gonna lie. Hopefully everybody's doing well. We got a fun unboxing this evening. Let me see if I can get it to play a different song. I was having a little bit of issues with the music, so you know. There we go. There we go. All right, so we're good now. We're good. Paul, welcome, buddy. Yeah. For those of you who are wondering what Paul's talking about over on the other channel that we have, Ravenlore, I am currently working on the Angel Pajaro video. She is a werefox, and she's a werefox, and she is also known as the Opera House Diva. That's in the middle of editing, and hopefully that'll be out soon. But that's gonna be a fun one. So yeah, if you aren't subscribed to Ravenlore, you should do that. It is just Ravenloft Lore videos. In fact, I will let me put a link in the chat here real quick. Let's see. I can never do anything quick, but we're gonna try to see if I can do this quick. Let's see. Yep, there you go. Link. Okay. So I'm gonna pop this into the chat. So if you're not subscribed, you can go ahead and do that. Oh, thank you, Britt. I appreciate that. You're right, it was pinging. Okay. You're my Northern Star. Thank you so much. I did something nice today. I got the Mrs. some flowers. These big red sunflowers. Totally on my own. There's no poking or prodding. Just bought them for her while we were out. But anyway, the link to Ravenlore is in the chat. If you are not subscribed to that, go ahead and do that. But tonight we are going to take a look at an independent RPG from Free League. It's a book that I've been looking forward to for a long time. It's called Dragonbane. And in Sweden, Dragonbane was basically their answer to D&D. It was around shortly 83, I think, is when it came out, and they've just released it in English. So I'm gonna read a little bit. And Free League was kind enough to give me an advanced copy for free. So just to let you know that when I eventually do a straight up review video, because tonight's just gonna be unboxing, the opinions, while they will be my own and they'll be truthful, they did give it to me for free. So just full disclosure. Sorry guys, there we go. So yeah, all right, so let me read you a little bit of the description of Dragonbane here. So in the oldest times, the world was ruled by dragons and demons. They were the primordial forces through which the world and its primeval matter was formed. They were opposing principles that made the world complete. Law and order versus chaos and madness. Dragons versus demons. Dragonbane is a classic fantasy tabletop role-playing game filled with magic mystery, and adventure. It is designed from the ground up to facilitate fast and furious play with very little prep time and adventures that are a breeze to run. Dragonbane is a game with room for laughs at the table while still offering brutal challenges for adventurers. And the core box set, which I have over here, which we'll take a look at in a minute, it includes the rulebook with fast and effective D20 based game rules for character creation skills, combat, magic, and travel. Adventure books with 11 complete adventures to be played separately or tied together in an epic Secret of the Dragon Emperor campaign. The book Alone in Deepfall Breach, letting you play Dragonbane solo. That is really interesting. There's complete rules for solo play, which I have never tried solo play. Well, I mean, that's a lie, but not when it comes to gaming. A huge full color map of the Misty Vale, illustrated playing cards for Adventure's Treasure, and more 10 transparent polyhedral dice, including 2 custom D20s, 5 pre-gen characters, 5 blank character sheets, cardboard standees for characters and monsters, and a double-sided battle map. And the price tag on this is quite reasonable. Let me see. Let me pull up the price. But anyway, it's really reasonable for everything that you get. I have preemptively looked through the PDFs for this, and to be honest with you, I am absolutely in love with the setting and the game. It is a D20 rule set, but it feels a lot different than D&D. The lower numbers are better. The higher numbers are bad. But you know, we'll get into all that. Let's take a look at the actual product. All right, I've been laboring too long, man. Shorty out of practice. Sorry, I apologize for the rust. No, I don't apologize for nothing. Anyway, one thing I didn't figure out what to do with my keyboard. All right, let me grab my box. What's in the box? All right, did anybody notice that a little homage to 7 on the what do you call it? The thumbnail. Anybody notice that on the thumbnail? All right, I noticed it. So let me just squeeze this down here. All right, so we're gonna switch to the screen where you'll be able to see the actual product. Oh, there it is. There it is. Let me just adjust this real quick. Okay. There. You see that good? Okay. All right. Let me know if you can still hear me okay, because I can move the mic off to the side here. All right. So we got... All right, full disclosure. I did open the box already at one point. So yeah, but I didn't open the actual box set, but I did open the box. So all right, so the first thing out of the box, as you can see here, now this Bowl was nice enough to send me a second set of dice. These don't, there's a different set that comes in the box set, but the Free League was kind enough to send me this individual package dice set. They're green and see-through. They're pretty, I don't know, run-of-the-mill for dice. I appreciate the packaging and the fact that that they gave them to me. But you know, as far as dice go, you know, real talk, they're pretty remarkably average. But what I do like about the D20s, let me see if I can, yeah, I can open it now, so might as well just open it. All right, and the artwork. Oh man, wait till we get to the artwork, man. I'm infatuated with this artist, Johan Egerkens. Yeah, he did the art for this, and he did the art for Vaesen. I'm not even sure how to pronounce it. I think it's Vaesen. But we'll talk about Vastin later. So, I don't know if you can see. It's getting a little blurry. Shoot. Anyway, it's a little demon head on the 20, and here's the artwork for the dragon with the spread wings. On the 1. And remember, 1's better than the 20. So, all right. So anyway, there's a dice set. All right. Also, what's a good DM without a good DM screen? Dragonbane Game Master screen. I didn't have a knife. All right. See, this is still in the plastic. All right. All right. So, I may frame this. Just a little Dragonbane. Here's a cover art. I refer to it as kind of whimsical foreboding because it has a whimsy to it, but it still looks super serious. So, set down the side. All right. The quality of the GM screen is very sturdy. Oh, it's super thick. 3 panels. So it's a 3-panel screen. Oh, that's upside down. Hold on. Flip this. I have to change one of the settings on that. Give me 1 second while I fix this, because right now you're going to see everything upside down. So let me just go over and change the way this camera looks. There we go. Got it. Okay. Backwards. The writing's backwards. So there's the inside of the table. You got on this side over here. There's a NPC chart, NPCs and skills, and a little quick blurb for initiative for NPCs. 0 hit points for NPCs. What happens when an NPC reaches 0 hit points? No death rolls are made. The GM decides whether the person lives or dies. If he dies, he dies. However, an NPC dies if hit by an instantly killing attack or just like a player does. So we'll get into the rules in a little while. But it's nice that they had those the little quick references on here. Attributes for NPCs is right here. They have a quick action table here. An action in combat can be many different things, but the most common ones are summarized below. Rules for these actions are found in chapter 4 of the book. Then you have your typical ones: dash, melee attack, ranged attack, parry, dodge, pick up an item, equip, unequip, armor, helmet, first aid, rally, break down door, pick lock, use item, activate ability, cast spell, helping, round rest. So you can actually take a rest in combat for a quick round, and you recover D6 willpower points. This can only be done once per shift. We'll get into willpower points and how the game actually runs, but then there's a table here for measuring time, free actions, demon roll on melee, demon roll in ranged combat. So when you get a 20, you have to. It's basically like a critical miss. You have to make a. You grab a D6 and you make a demon roll, and then it gives you the different effects. So it's not just up for the DM to decide what happens. There's actually a chart. The fear table. fears and emotions come into play in the game a lot. So there's different effects of fear: enfeebled, shaken, panting, pale, scream, rage, paralyzed, and wild panic. Leaving the adventure site. So like, if you just run off, there's actually a consequence table. Like, enemies at the site follow the player character and attack at an inopportune moment. Enemies at the site get reinforcements. So, it just helps helps the GM decide, what exactly happens when the players leave. And then Pathfinder mishaps. Okay, so it's when travel. Like, there's mishaps like fog, blocked terrain, torn clothing. You get lost, drop an item, mosquito swarm. So basically, that's everything that's on the inside of the GM screen. So I can't stress enough again how like sturdy this screen is. It's a sturdy screen you got there. All right, so we'll put that on the side, and then we're gonna get into the box. Sorry, I'm gonna drink up water here. Just gotta stay hydrated, everybody. Definitely stay hydrated. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, man. Right, here's. You're going to grab. All right, let me adjust it so that's so that you can read it. I can flip it vertically, but I can't flip it horizontal. Let's see if I can fix that. That's gonna bother me. I mean, that would work. I just have to figure out how to keep it there. You know what? You guys probably won't be reading it anyway. So I'm just gonna, I think the pictures are more important for you guys. So I'm just gonna do it the way I had it before. Sorry. There we go. It's a real tight run ship we got going on here. All right, so let's get into it. Oh, all right. First of all, I love a box set. As you can see, well, I don't know if you can really see too well behind me, but all the Ravenloft box sets that I have there, box sets were huge for D&D back in the day. The Ravenloft stuff came in a box set. All the setting books were in box sets. Elminster's Ecology, box set. Mensa Berenzam, box set. Box set. But a lot of the cardboard was hit or miss. Like, sometimes the box sets were beefy, and sometimes they fell apart. So that, maybe 50% of what I have left over from when I was a kid is still in the original box and in good shape. Having said that, this box right here, this is thick. This is heavy duty cardboard. This box is going to stick around. This will be one of the ones that makes it 30, 40 years. Yeah, so you can see how really it's a step away from balsa wood. So the construction of the box is really great. It's a glossy finish on it, and pretty thick. It's almost it's about 2 inches thick, this thing. So, and then here, that's my man right there. If that isn't Dark Awakened Duck, I don't know who is. And I'm so happy. Like, this is what initially drew my eyes to the product. So I read you the blurb on the back. In the earliest times, the world was ruled by dragons. No voice. Okay. In the oldest times, the world was ruled by dragons and demons. They were the primordial forces in which the world and its primeval matter was formed. They were the opposing principles that made the world complete: law and order versus chaos and madness, dragons versus demons. So literally, everything that's on the back here is everything I already read to you, so I'm not going to reread it. But this product is not suitable for children under the age of 3. They're small parts, and that little baby's sad. That's a sad little baby. Look at the frown on him. A little cupid hair frown. 1 to 6 players, and they have to be seated directly across from each other. For ages 12 plus. 120 minutes. I don't know how they determine that, like how long a game's gonna last, but I guess you gotta put some sort of time on there. All right, getting into the box. All right, so this is the set of die that come with the box set. The only difference in construction looks like it's the same. Packaging is different, but this comes with 2 D20s in it instead of just the one. Set that over there. These are the plastic clips for the standees. Sit down the side. And then here are the cards. So it's best if you don't think of these as like a card game. They're just quick references for the cards. So let's see. See, told you I hadn't opened them up yet. Got a knife out there? Oh, there we go. Got it. There we go. Riveting. And now. All right. So that was trash. You see all these cards say treasure on them. So chandelier, stalactite, torch. Let's grab a torch from the wall and strike an enemy within 2 meters. Oh, these are the improvised weapons cards. Oh, yes. So they have cards that basically just quick reference guides for improvised weapons. Let's see. Make sure I've got the right cards here. Okay, so we got treasure cards. We'll set them on the side. Improvised weapons, and you have different locations. So improvised weapons that you would find in a forest, improvised weapons that you would find in a cave, maybe in an inn. So you kind of get your 3 main areas: inn, towns, taverns, forest, and caves. So let's take a look at some of these. Alright, so we're set the improvised weapons down on the side. And then you got initiative cards. So initiative is done by everybody picking a card, and wherever you get, that's your position in combat. There are modifiers where you can pick 2 cards, which can change how you are in the order. So, but yeah, we'll set these on the side, and that goes up to 10. But you can also optionally, just get like a regular deck of cards and do that, especially if you have like a whole lot of people playing at the table. We'll get into the initiative order rules, but if I remember correctly, the monsters don't all draw individual initiative. So, of course, I'm having problems getting this open. Anybody notice the outline for the screen's a tad bit different than it used to be? So I instituted some color splashes. Alright. So let's separate these. We got adventure cards. Some more treasure cards. Treasure. Yep, so these are all treasure cards. Gold coins, more gold coins, 46 gold coins, D6 times 10 gold coins, you know, so it's just gold necklace, silver necklace, gold bracelet, you know, run-of-the-mill stuff. But the thing I really like about the cards is that it's not just a annotation on a sheet. You know, you have a physical thing that you can look at and remember what you have. Because I don't know about you, but the memorizing what's on my character sheet and everything was never one of my strongest points. Who would ever say that to me? Like, bad memory. So, poison dagger, rusty nail. Rusty nail? Oh, hit somebody with a rusty nail. Broken bottle. Anyway, so maybe the rusty nail is the treasure that we've found along the way. All right. So set those cards on the side. And then we get into the meat of the whole thing. All right. Actually, let's take a look at the standees first, because one of the neat things about this is, yeah, you can spend a lot of money on models and miniatures, and you should. Hey, you should. Everybody loves models. I mean, the painting the models is a hobby unto itself. But, you know, say you don't have time for all that, or you don't want to do it just yet. They give you these punch cards. And these punch cards, I guess punch cards is probably the right thing. So you should punch them out, and after you punch them out, boom, you got yourself a creature, and it comes with it. Like, you didn't have to go out and spend $9 on one Snorlax. I'm just kidding. I know Snorlax isn't a thing. I'm not sure what this is. Oh, it's it's Scorpion Tail. I know what this is. On in the Vapor Lock. But anyway, one of my players made a gauntlets out of one of their thing. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Anyway, take a look at this. Pretty cool, huh? So yeah, I'm gonna punch all these out because you're my captive audience, and we're gonna take a look at some of them. So yeah, but yeah, I thought that was really neat that you know, you don't have to go out and blow a bunch of money on models. You know, at the table you can use these things. And also, you're gonna hear me mention this a lot. The construction of these is not paper thin. They feel very substantial. They're try to give an accurate description of how thick it is. Let's see here. It's not quite as thick as like these old children's toys where you had set the shapes inside of it, but it's definitely not flimsy cardboard. It's pretty hard. Alright, let's pop the other ones out. And then we'll take a closer look at some of the other ones. Manticore. It was a Manticore. I knew I'd come up with it. That's what it's what it looked like. The scorpion tail and lion's body and wings. But I'm sure Manticore. It's probably not actually called a Manticore for reasons. All right. It's like a big old troll carrying half a bridge or a hill giant, maybe. They're double-sided too. So sizes are all relative. It's not, there is no grid map for battles. Everything is done in ranges. So you don't have to be super precise when looking at the footprint of a character and that sort of thing. It's a lot more fluid that way than D&D. Little guy. Oh, that's a skeleton. Skeleton with some. Oh, there we go. Anyway, so I mean, I could spend another 20 minutes looking through all these here. You're a wizard, Harry. I know you can't see him too well, but let me change view here real quick so you can take a look. So Johan Egerken's all his artwork it's been printed on little standees. There you go. What do you guys think of the art? Let me know if you're watching this on the replay. When we get into taking a look at more of the art, let me know. Let me know what you think. Like, it's not. I wouldn't call it cartoony, but it's definitely not like hardcore. I just haven't done hardcore art for RPGs in quite some time. Well, at least not mainstream. There's always, wow. Hoppies. Space hoppies. Alright. Oh, he's cool. I mean, they all look cool. I was showing you the wrong thing. They all look really cool. It seems like I don't have anything negative to say about the game. Well, no, I don't. Not at this point, at least. Except for maybe the run-of-the-mill nature of the die. So if you have to, I have to say something negative. It's not even negative. It's just not as outstanding as all the other stuff in the book. Box set. All right. So let's get these guys back in here. When you putting the characters on the stand, there's like very little movement, like very little flexibility, very rigid. I'm impressed so far. I'm impressed. All right, so. Get this out of here without doing any damage. This is the Misty Vale. It's the central location for the Dragonbane. Now, I must admit, I'm pretty new to the setting, so I don't know how developed the world is, or the world's gotten over the years. But I intend on looking into it. So I would imagine it's pretty extensive, seeing as how long it's been played for. All right, the map. Again, super sturdy. Super sturdy. It doesn't feel like normal paper. It doesn't feel like a poster. It feels, oh man, almost like a plastic, an inexpensive plastic like table covering. It's like really, really thick. So we got 4 panels here, and the Misty Veil. I don't know if you can see it. So that's the game world that you start out in. You got mountains, Dragonfang peaks. So every 2 inches is 15 kilometers. So the place isn't huge, but you have everything you need in this one little section here. On the back of it, I don't know if you can see it. Let's see, there's a whole lot of names. Special thanks to our top backers. Wow, I'm not the only one who thought that this was going to be exceptional. When you get that many backers on a project. I did not back the original project. I didn't know it existed at the time. But I probably would have. All right. Let's see what else we got in the book here. Okay. Let me know in the comments, guys, if what do you think about the maps? Let's talk maps here for a second. So the poster maps, while I love them, they're almost too cumbersome to have too much use in game. What do you guys do with those maps? Like, do you pull them out at the gaming table? Do you just keep them to look at? Do you use them for reference and then take a look at smaller maps? Like, do you laminate them and hang them on your wall? What do you guys do with those big maps? The laminating them and hanging them up was actually an idea that I wanted to do for quite some time. Take all of them before they start really getting split and unusable, and then chip them off and get them laminated so that even if they never bend or anything again, at least they're in good shape. So, all right. And there's no hex map on there. I loved hex maps. They're so good for dungeon crawling and keeping track of where you are. I know that sounds silly, but a map like that, well, I like it, and it looks great. Functionality at the gaming table is slightly less than what a full-on hex map would be. And then here's just 5-foot squares. Yo, 5 meters. All right, so this is the Alone at Deepfall Breach, the solo adventure. Let's see. Legend tells of a wicked wound in the world stuck up by the demon lord Sathmog's spear. Deepfall Breach. Wow, I really butchered that. Let me see. Legend tells of a wicked wound in the world struck by the demon lord Sathmog's spear. Deepfall Breach. The perilous depths of the breach plummet leagues into the foundations of the Misty Veil, comprising rough-hewn passages, echoing caverns, and ancient ruins. Only a fool would venture alone into this realm of chaos and shadow. And yet, here you stand. This is a solo adventure for Dragonbane, designed for play with a single player character. No game master required. Undertake missions in Deepfall Breach, imagining the details of each scene and the actions of the NPCs and monsters. When you must overcome danger, decide your approach to take and make a skill roll to see how you fare. If you're unsure what happens or want to leave it to the whims of fate, Use the included tool and tables to provide the answer. Cooperative play. This adventure is also suitable for a small group of players without a GM. Work together to describe the scenes and challenges. When you're unsure about the detail or the outcome of your actions, turn to the tools herein. Okay. So yeah. I think the idea of solo play is pretty interesting, but I guess it's kind of sort of like a choose your own adventure at that point. Fortune chart. What cruel twists or unexpected boons await you in the breach? When you have a question, oh no, man. Oh yeah. When you have a question about the nature of a situation, one you would normally ask a GM about, use the fortune chart below to divine yourself an answer. Wow. So consider the framing of the question. The chart includes several categories. So solo play, I could almost see like one day getting replaced with AI. But anyway, yes, no is the passage guardage. Number, how large is the band of orcs? Scale, how wide is the pit? Power, how potent is the spell? Quality, what is the quality? Or what is the value of the gem? And reaction, what is the goblin's demeanor? Okay. Ask your question, roll a d6 and check the result using an appropriate column on the right. Interpret the response and imagine what it reveals. Tilting the scales. The default fortune roll assumes all rolls are equally possible. But if you can put your thumb on the scales of fate, to better reflect the current situation. If no negative roll or low impact result is likely, roll 2d6 and take the lowest roll. If yes, a positive or high impact result is likely, roll 2d6 and make the highest result. Take the highest result. So there's a whole bunch of pages on it here on how to do the solo play. So if anybody's interested, let me know in chat if you wanted to see actually how that would run. We're not going to get into all that tonight, but we could do a video on running solo play Dragonbane. All right, so we got a few more things to go through, and then let you guys go. So here's some pre-gen characters. Let me change the screen back. Oh, I'm sorry, wrong section. Y'all didn't see this. Also the wrong one. That's the one I wanted. All right, so you got the Dragonbane sheets here. You have the basic 6 stats, so that's pretty ubiquitous. Strength, Constitution. Well, they're not completely the same. There's willpower stat in there. Strength, Constitution, Agility, Intelligence, Willpower, and Charisma. And then you have all your skills. The game's very skill based. So, yeah. Well, there's nuance to that statement, but anyway. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so they give you 5 pre-gen characters. So that'd be really great if you just want to throw a game together and you want to give people a chance to experience it, but you don't want to go through character creation. It's 5 pre-gen characters. And then on the back of each one, it gives you a little information on them. You get a little bit extra ways to play them. I imagine if nobody ever uses these as PCs, you always just stick them somewhere in as NPCs or something. Alright, so... And then it comes with blank Dragonbane pages. We got 5 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Double-sided. That's pretty cool. I remember when I was younger and we would play, everybody would usually run like 2 characters at a time. They didn't have like the huge commitment to a character as people do nowadays. It wasn't an extension of ourselves. So we would have 3 people and a party of 6. So this would have been really convenient. Just flip back and forth and take a look at the other character. All right. So these are... Oh, there's the insert. So here's the 2 main books, and I like the fact that it's split up from, one really thick book into 2 smaller ones. So there's the rules and the adventures. Oh, no worries. No worries, Uncle Doda. Is no problem. We're just doing a quick look today, and we're gonna dig in later on this week, because yeah, I was supposed to go yesterday, but it is a whole thing with work, and y'all don't need to worry about that. But anyway, there's another shot of the old Darkwing Duck getting dangerous. I mean, Darkwing Duck is a registered trademark of the Disney Corporation, and is no way affiliated with Free League or Dragonbane. So there's Lich. All right. So I'm just gonna flip through the rules a little bit, just to show you what the book looks like. The again, super sturdy construction. All the pages have a nice sheen on them. Very very detailed art. I love the art, the whimsical, foreboding nature of the whole thing, because it's not super kiddie. It's not, but it's also not trying too hard to be extremely lifelike. I think it does what it sets out to do, and that's look really fantastic. I'm trying to remember the story. We'll worry about that later. But anyway, some artwork there. So let's see what the chapters are broken down as follows. Chapter 1 is Oldest Times. It's just like the introduction to the whole game. Chapter 2 gives you all your player characters, your kin, your profession, your age, name, attributes, derived ratings, it's like aggregate, and skills, heroic abilities, gear, encumbrance, appearance, and experience. Yeah. So, and then chapter 3 is skills. Never says, "Oh, come on, you don't want it to look like heavy metal." I don't know, man. The 13-year-old me is like, yeah, look like heavy metal, but all right, chapter 3, skills, rolling the dice, boons and banes, opposed rolls, core skills, and heroic abilities. Chapter 4, combat and damage. Let's see. Rounds and initiative, actions, movement, melee combat, rage combat, damaged, conditions, healing and resisting, other hazards, and what was the last one? Oh, riding animals. Sorry, I got my eyes squinting. I'm trying to read it. Let's see. Sorry. All right, chapter 5, magic. There are schools of magic. They're not as varied, and they don't they actually matter in this game, because it's a very regimented system of magic. What I mean is, like, it reminds me of old school, how they did it, where like the schools of magic actually mattered rather than just being like a name on a page. And gear, armor and helmets, melee weapons, musical instruments, ranged weapons, clothes, trade goods, studies of magic, light sources, and tools. Alright, this type of gear. Then, of course, you got the bestiary, and then the adventures. 3 different adventures. So, yeah, so there's a guy getting the sword looked at. Tables. Melee weapon tables. Ranged weapons. So we'll go, like I said, I'm resisting at this point, really digging down, but we're definitely going to do that at some point where we go through everything. So dragons. Demons. Of course, they'd have dragons and demons at the beginning. Oh, yeah, sorry. Adventure sites. Okay. So there's the rule book, that's what's in there. And then the adventure book is just as thick and constructed as well. The Isle of Mist, let's see. One thing I want to, yeah, I know all the text is backwards. I know, because I had to flip it. I know. It was either that or I had to do something convoluted, so I'll have to do it for this video, but I'll for the next one, then when we actually start digging through everything, I'm gonna figure it out. Yeah, so let's see, chapter 5 through 15 is all adventures. Each adventure gets its own chapter. The introduction, history, current situation. Chapter 2, opening scene. Not sure what happens. Chapter 3, outskirts. And chapter 4, random encounters. It's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, just where there are different random encounters in different areas, like the woods, forests, marshes. So, yeah, and then the different adventures. So. And then this is like super duper heavy card stock, these books are. Yeah, so that is, let's go back here. Alright, that's what's inside the box set. All of that is yours. That is I mean, Am I right or am I wrong when you look at box sets and you look at what you get? That is a really good deal there. Like it's good to see a company really putting a lot of pride into what they put out. And this is just the first look. Like I'm going to, if you guys are interested, like really go through the whole book and take a look at the setting, how it works, how the game plays. And who knows, maybe we'll do some live plays on the stream. This is really just like an unboxing first look. So I don't want you guys to be like, oh, we're not looking at the details. We're not, gonna learn how to play. Yeah, but like, we will. It's just getting late, and I'm in my late 40s, and I can't hang like I used to. And I got a late start today. But I appreciate you guys stopping by and taking a look at this stuff. And here's a whole game catalog for Free League. I tell you, I really am impressed with Free League and the stuff that they put out and continue to put out. And just taking a look at the catalog here. Of course, it's Dragonbane. I can't even read it. Oh, duh. Blade Runner. There's a Blade Runner game. the Walking Dead universe role-playing game, the One Ring, which is supposedly like really good, but I haven't had a chance to try it yet. Lord of the Rings role-playing game, Coriolis. Yeah, I think it's Coriolis, which is a sci-fi fantasy role-playing game. Alien. That's awesome. And Vassin. And that's... Here's another... This is really cool. So, you can see the art's the same. Johan Egerkens. He's got a whole book. This is 1900s Nordic Gothic horror. Which is very unique. But we won't. But anyway, this is one of the other products they have out. But we don't want to spend too much time. That's going to be its own separate thing. So let's see what else is in the game catalog here. After Vast and Mutant Year Zero, Zone Wars, Forbidden Lands. This is old school. Not hack and slash, but hack and conquer. F diplomacy. Like it's a high combat game and exploration. I guess yeah. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. It's not necessarily more combat than anything else, but it's like really geared towards exploration. You know, you're not a fancy party working for a king or anything. Like you're out there trying to make it in the world and carve out a name for yourself without a whole lot of backing. Twilight 2000, and Tales from the Loop. That's another one I got a couple back here that I gotta go through, and Symbaroum, which missed a chance of playing that at one time. So, Malkborg and Pirate Borg are super hardcore. When you go to play those games, you come to the game with 2 or 3 character sheets ready to go because it is so super brutal. All right, thanks Noah. Thanks for coming and hanging out. We're actually getting ready to head out of here anyway. So, yeah, guys, let me know what you think about that box set, about the stuff that's in there, the copious amounts of goodness that comes with this box set. And it's available now. It just was officially released yesterday. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a link in the description to purchase it if you guys are interested. I don't have a affiliate link or anything like that, so maybe if you do go to order, just name drop me. But what I will have is I do have an affiliate link to Drive-Thru RPG. So if you did purchase any of the PDFs, just hit me up beforehand. I can give you my affiliate link because off the top of my head, I'm not exactly sure what it is, so I can't give it to you right now. But if you plan on buying any of the PDFs, just let me know. I'm gonna drop a link to Free League's website where you guys can purchase it. This is our food and my Gmail account. There we go. There we go. All right. All right, so there we go. In the chat now is the and if you're watching on the replay, if you just pull up the chat window, the link to pick up Dragonbane is in there, and I will put it in the description before too long. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna head out of here for the evening because it's past 10 o'clock. And thank you for taking a look inside the box. And I look forward to really digging deep in and seeing what the game has to offer and sharing it with you guys. Thank you for letting me back into your homes and into your hearts one more time. And remember, in the game of life, may you always roll with advantage. And I'll see you guys soon in the next video. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen. Bye-bye.
Victorian Opera House, Act 2. Stage stands Stephen, most talented singers Port of the Scene Opera House has ever heard.